Hello, I'm James from Rich Tone Music, and what we have here is a Taylor 214 CE. This is one of the best-selling Taylor guitars on the market at the moment. It really is a great instrument, great value for money. It's the 1/4 size, so it's a grand auditorium, which is one of the most popular sizes over here in the UK. It's one of the reasons it's so popular is it's a really nice balance of tone. So you've got the high ends and all the mids are detailed, but it's still got a good amount of low end, and a lot of that low end comes from the manufacturing process. So they can make guitars relatively small, but the bit that joins the back and the sides to the top, the purfling, is quite thin on these guitars. So they've managed to get it really nice and thin. So the actual resonant board area is quite big, and you can be assured of a nice tone, and that's a lot to do with the consistency and tone and sound of Taylor guitars in general. The scale length on this guitar is 25.5. They do slightly shorter scale lengths, which we'll talk about in other videos, but that's a kind of standard Taylor scale length, and it feels really nice. The action on these guitars you can get really nice and low. Part of the reason for that is the way, again, Taylor designed the fretboards, and it's very flat, and there's a slight camber coming back on the frets that allow you to get the action really nice and low. And the way they set them up, they usually come feeling really nice. But if you do need any of the guitars tweaking, we'd be happy to do that for you. That's something we offer if anybody buys a guitar off us. A few little features on this guitar. You may notice on Taylor guitars they have this kind of scarf neck joint on here, which kind of swoops down into the neck joint. Now that's been specifically designed to give a lot of robustness to that neck, and obviously if you decided to go for a guitar like this, it's a lovely valuable instrument, and I'm sure you'd look after it, but heaven forbid if it does get knocked or dropped, then you've got a good chance of the guitar being fine, actually, because this will take a lot of pressure on there, unlike some more traditional made necks, and it's very rare we see a Taylor guitar that's got a neck joint problem. Also, you've got featured on here the expression system, and it's a very simple affair. There's literally a volume, a bass and a treble, but it's really nice because as a musician, when you go and play somewhere and you plug it in, you don't have to worry too much about setting up all the detail in there or worrying too much about your tone. The tone of this pickup sounds very much the same as the tone of the guitar when it's not plugged in, which is the main aim. So if you like the sound of your guitar, and most people when they're buying guitars will choose something they like the sound of, then this pickup system will give you a good true representation of that sound. So it's really nice. It's very reassured, very easy to use. In that sense, it works very well, and personally I prefer the simplicity of this to some of the more complex systems you can get on other guitars. So there you have it. That's the Taylor 214 CE. If you'd like to know any more details about this guitar, by all means just phone any of the staff in our store or email us, and we'd be happy to come back to you with any extra detail. They do actually do this guitar in left-handed as well, so if you want any details about that, we do try and carry them in stock, but we can order them in for you as well. They come with a really nice carry bag. That's also worth mentioning. The carry bag is not just your typical kind of soft gig bag. It's got kind of hard, tough sides, and it's more like a case really that's just got a fabric sort of covering. So it's pretty tough. And I actually like gig bags for a lot of situations because you can just literally put them in the car. You're not worried about them scuffing or scuffing things up with hard edges, and that comes free with this guitar and with all Taylor guitars. So that's a nice thing as well. One last thing, you get a 12-year warranty as the first owner of a new Taylor guitar. So to my knowledge, I don't think any other retailer that I know guitar-wise offers that. So that's another really nice, reassuring reason to perhaps consider a Taylor guitar. But there you have it. That's the 214 CE. Thank you for watching.